There are certain emergency calls that burrow deep into the minds of 911 dispatchers, echoing long after the line goes dead, chilling them to their core. These aren't just calls, they're glimpses into the darkest corners of human experience, leaving an indelible mark on those who answer. Imagine a dispatcher, seasoned by years of chaos, picking up a line that's completely silent, save for a faint, rhythmic scratching sound. No voice, no plea for help, just this unsettling, persistent scrape. The dispatcher tries to get a response. "Hello? 911, what's your emergency?" Nothing, just the scratch. For agonizing minutes, they listen, tracing the call to a remote farmhouse. When officers finally arrive, they find a locked door, forced entry. Inside, a scene of unspeakable horror, and the scratching? It was the final, desperate struggle of a victim being dragged across a concrete floor, their last moments broadcast unwittingly to an anonymous ear hundreds of miles away. The silence of the line, punctuated only by that terrifying sound, became a phantom limb for the dispatcher, a constant, chilling reminder of a life brutally extinguished. How do you ever truly hang up on something like that? Then there's the call from a small child, barely old enough to string a sentence together, whispering that "Mommy won't wake up." The dispatcher, trained to remain calm, tries to coax information to get the child to unlock the door for paramedics. But the answers are disjointed, innocent. "Mommy's cold. The man was loud." A chill runs down your spine just hearing that, doesn't it? The dispatcher guides this tiny voice, a beacon of hope in a dark, silent house. Hours later, the full story emerges. A domestic dispute turned deadly. And the child, a silent witness, left alone with the aftermath. The lingering question for the dispatcher isn't just what happened, but what becomes of that child, and how much of that horror did they truly grasp? That small, scared voice stays with them, a tiny ghost in the machine. Another case involves a caller who, calmly, almost clinically, details their own abduction. They're speaking in code, using seemingly innocuous phrases about a flat tire or lost directions, but the dispatcher, sharp and perceptive, picks up on the subtle cues, the strained tone, the deliberate pauses. The caller is describing their captor, the car, the route, all while maintaining the facade of a mundane mishap. It's a masterful performance of courage and desperation. The dispatcher plays along, asking about the best route or nearby gas stations, knowing full well they're helping to track a terrifying scenario in real time. The tension in that moment, the delicate dance between caller and dispatcher, is almost unbearable. Did they get out? Was the information enough? The outcome often remains unknown to the dispatcher, leaving a gnawing uncertainty, a permanent what-if hanging in the air. And what about the sheer, overwhelming terror of a call from someone trapped, fully conscious, as their car sinks into a deep, freezing lake? The frantic gasps, the gurgling water sounds, the desperate pleas for help as the world slowly fills with icy darkness. The dispatcher hears every splash, every choked breath, every final hopeless word. They can do nothing but relay instructions, send help that they know might be too late, listen to the very last seconds of a life extinguishing. It's an auditory drowning, a shared experience of pure, unadulterated fear, and it's a burden few could ever truly comprehend. That sound, the water, the final silence, it's a sound that can haunt your sleep for years. Perhaps most disturbing are the calls where the dispatcher becomes an unwilling, frontline witness to a murder. Not just a report of one, but the actual event unfolding live. The sudden scream, the muffled struggle, a terrifying silence, and then, perhaps, the chilling sound of footsteps or a door closing. Sometimes the perpetrator is still there. Sometimes they're gone, leaving only the horrifying audio remnants. The dispatcher is left holding a line that just moments before held a living, breathing person, and now nothing but the echo of their final moments. This isn't a story from a movie. It's a raw, unfiltered slice of human evil, piped directly into their ears. These are the sounds that reshape a dispatcher's understanding of the world. They carry the weight of untold tragedies, the silent witnesses to humanity's darkest moments, forever bound to the voices they could not save.